shoot. I need to blow my nose. Oh, I'll just use, I bought some Kleenex packs on my way home tonight, so I'll just use one of those. This is actually a pack of 8 Kleenex packs. Usually I like to keep one of these in my car, and so I ran out yesterday, and so I figured it was a good time to buy some more. But these things aren't always a pain in the butt to open. I mean, yeah, I could just rip the whole thing open, but then, like, they would just go flying everywhere and be harder to store. And so I'll just take one of these out and then put the rest of them away somewhere. I like this. It's written in French. Don't know why. We're not in Canada. Alright, got that open. Nice and clean. And I'll just carefully, I gotta be careful taking the first one out, so I can, usually I just end up ripping the corner off, and then that's kind of annoying. Ah, perfect. Let's seal that up, and let's put it somewhere where I'll remember. That's the other thing, a lot of times I just forget to put this in my car. I'll just leave it next to my wallet. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, I'm back. And, well, first I just want to say hi to all my new subscribers, which is almost all of my subscribers. Because if you saw my last video blog that I posted 2 weeks ago, I was like jokingly all excited about the fact that I had reached 5 subscribers. Well, now I'm up to 65 subscribers, and like 55 of those are just from the last few days. And I would say it's a pretty safe bet to say that ASMRNovaStar's contest had something to do with it. Yeah, a lot of you probably know that it's been a pretty exciting week for me within the ASMR community, and I'm still pretty much in shock from that, from ASMRNovaStar's copycat contest. Yeah, what was that, Monday night that she announced the contest winners? And I remember I was actually just about to leave work when I got this a notification on my phone And I look at it, so it says, message from ASMRNovaStar, and I look at it, and she says, "Congratulations, you won the contest. You won first place in my contest." And I was literally, my jaw dropped. I was like, "What?" So, yeah, I whispered it because I was at work and I didn't want to yell it, so it was just like that. What? And, because I was totally not expecting to win the contest. I just, I personally just felt that my video was just, kind of cheesy and, with just, bad acting and just, you know, non-professional recording but yeah, I was just in shock when I heard the news, and yeah, I just oh my gosh. I just realized I never claimed the prize. Yeah, I was supposed to get back to Kara about what I want. I don't even remember now what I was supposed to. Yeah, the first prize was something like I get like to specify a video, or or I'm supposed to tell Kara what kind of video I want her to make or something. Like I have to go back and read the terms of the first prize. See, I was so excited about winning the winning the contest, I just forgot to claim the prize. Yeah, just crazy. But yeah, I'm just, I mean, I'm just grateful just to have, been to have her, mention me and, say all these, nice things about my video, and yeah, I can't even remember anything similar to this ever happening to me. But so yeah, it's just, for me, it's just such a huge honor to be, to even be mentioned by, someone that to me is just, um, you know, one of the one of my personal favorite ASM artists, someone who's obviously, touched a lot of other people in the ASMR community, and she, someone who produces some really amazing videos, some, and I'm just really been, I'm personally in awe of Kara's talents for making these videos, and so just to have, to be recognized by her is just, to me is just, just such a great honor. And but normally normally what I would plan to do in my weekly video blogs for this channel, which I guess just doesn't matter to most of the people watching this, because most of the people watching this are new to my channel. Is well, my original purpose for this channel was just to kind of document my experiences in watching ASMR videos, because I still consider myself new to ASMR in general, and I've mentioned in my other videos that I don't actually feel the same kind of tingles that other people describe, but I do get something out of watching these videos, because like, certain ASMR artists' voices kind of, produce a sensation like inside my head. Well, yeah, I'm not, it's kind of not the point I'm trying to make now, but basically what I normally like to do in my videos is just to kind of recap the week of new things I've discovered in the process of watching different ASMR artist videos. But the thing is, for the last 2 weeks, I've been pretty much preoccupied by the by ASMRNovaStar's copycat contest. Last week it was basically me writing the script for my contest video, and I pretty much shot the whole video this past weekend and posted it Sunday night, and I assumed that was going to be it for that, and that I would just life would go back to normal. But just after the news of me winning the contest and suddenly getting all these new subscribers to my channel, and being recognized by some of the some of the great ASMR artists like ASMR Requests and Ephemeral Rift. Yeah, it's just been kind of overwhelming, and so that's been kind of like all of my time has been. Well, I don't mean literally all my time. I do still have a full-time job and I do other things throughout the week, but the time that I would normally devote to watching ASMR videos has been kind of towards just being responding to like all these new subscribers complimenting me on my video, and just now that all these other famous ASMR artists are commenting on my channel, and it's been pretty much a distraction, in a good way. But as a result, that's kind of been kind of the main thing that's been happening these last couple of weeks. So, but I know Kara was kind of wondering about my process of writing the script, which was actually the most fun part of producing my contest video. I don't mean actually writing the script, but just coming up with all the ideas and putting them together, because that's kind of what I've been doing ever since I first saw that original Escaping the Asylum video. I think Kara posted it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the first time, as I was watching that video for the first time, even then I was already thinking of these ideas for expanding that story, because I'm into like these mystery suspense dramas where that's actually what it reminded me of. This her video, it opens on you're this person waking up in this mental institute, and like we as the audience don't know why the main character is there in this mental institution, and then you see this this woman approaching and saying, hey, we need to get out of here, and then she's basically helping the main character escape. And this whole time it kind of got me thinking, why is this character in the asylum in the first place, and who is this woman that's helping him escape, and why is she doing it? And and of course, me being like all suspicious and everything, I'm thinking, okay, what exactly is her motive? Why is she being extra nice to me, and and giving me all this special attention, and so that's kind of where where the idea originally came from. And I'm like, maybe there is more to the story than than is presented in that original video. And so that's kind of, I decided to kind of expand the story in my mind. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna make my own video about that, But then, more ideas started popping into my head, and then I thought of Ephemeral Rifts, Professor Clemens' character. Basically, um, the role plays where you're one of his test subjects, and I just kind of thought that it was totally appropriate to tie into that story, and just all these ideas just would periodically just pop into my head, and I actually wasn't even at the time wasn't even thinking about the copycat contest, because technically what I was thinking of was wasn't even copying or parodying her video. But then when I actually started putting together the ideas for actually doing a video, and I decided to just just message Kara and ask her, is it okay if I submit something that's not really a parody but more of a sequel to one of your videos? And she said, oh, that's perfectly fine. So I thought, okay, I'll just go with that then. And actually, my original idea wasn't even going to be a continuation of that same character from the original video. I was thinking, a role play where you're being approached, your character is actually part of the security team at the asylum that the original character escaped from, and I would basically play the head of security, kind of handing out this assignment to basically recapture the escaped mental patient. And that was actually when I first came up with the idea to screen capture ASMRNovaStar's videos, and actually I still have the printouts right here. I was actually going to use this and say this is from our security camera footage that and we caught this woman helping the patient escape, and then I would go into this whole thing about how our intelligence team found all these other places that she's been, and of course for this one I had to use I had to freeze it on the moment where she's petting Pyro, and actually I was actually going to use a close-up of Pyro from one of her other videos, and I was going to say something like the pet store owner reported that his prized bearded dragon went missing the next day, the day after this picture was taken, and then I was going to show a close-up of Pyro, and but then once I changed the whole premise of the story, I kind of had to scrap that idea, and that was actually a really tough decision for me to to basically cut Pyro from my final video, because I really wanted to that was one thing I really wanted to do, but anyway, and then I guess at some point I was thinking, there isn't really much to this whole thing. It's just basically handing out this assignment to an agent to recapture the escaped patient. But then I thought, well, why don't we just go back to the idea of continuing the story from that same mental patient's point of view, and I guess once I figured out how to develop that story, then I just then I kind of went with that idea, and plus I figured it'd be good, since it is it is supposed to be a parody contest. I figured I would just start the video by kind of parodying the opening of Kara's original video, where you it kind of fades into the ceiling and then fades out to black again and then fades back in and then pans down to the door. And originally I was going to do that same thing, and then I figured, well, you know what? The character is supposed to be in a hotel at this point, so there's really no reason why they'd be stuck in bed. Plus, I've never been in a hotel room where the foot of the bed faces the front door. So I figured, the person's probably sitting down, and well, actually, if you watch the end of Kara's video, you're you know the character is sitting down on the floor, eating hot rods. That was another thing, actually. I did not know what hot rods were because apparently they're only sold in Canada. I looked it up on Wikipedia, and yeah, basically just found out just to find out what they were. So that's, but anyway, anyway, I figured it'd be more appropriate, or it'd be funnier actually, just to open up on, it's not obvious immediately that you're staring at the floor. But then basically the camera pans up to the door instead of down. So then I get the similar opening, and actually, that's the same door right there that I entered in that video. And then and then the whole idea of shooting on location, and Kara was mentioning that she thought it was pretty neat that I shot the second part of the video outside. That was actually a nearby watershed preserve, and it's got some neat little hiking trails, and the weird thing is, most people in my city don't know about it, because it's like I go there and there's like only a few cars in the parking lot, and I'm walking out and there's like this picnic table area, and there was like a family hanging out there, but then you walk down the trail into the forest, and I only saw, like, I think one person the entire time that I was there. So it was perfect. It was a perfect filming location, because I get all this privacy, and I don't have to worry about people walking by and giving me weird looks, and it's kind of neat. That was actually the first. I shot the whole video out of order, because that was the outdoors. That last scene was actually the first scene that I shot, and so. And that was, the ending shot where you see my character get knocked over. That actually worked out a lot better than I was expecting, because you look at it, it actually looks like I'm getting punched out by who knows what. And then after I finished shooting that scene, I just continued walking around that little trail there, just because that was actually my first time back there since last summer, and because it was like the first time we'd gotten really nice weather here in this area. Plus the fact that the next morning when I saw some friends at church and they asked me, so what did you do yesterday? I could just say, oh, I just went over to the Redmond Watershed Preserve and just hiked around the trails there, and was kind of enjoying the nice weather. And of course, I left out the part about shooting an ASMR contest video. Because hey, they didn't ask about that. And then the really brief scene in the hotel hallway, that was actually a real hotel. I figured it was easy to do because there's hotels in my town. There's a Marriott right in the center of town, so I just ended up using that. And so that worked out. And then I just edited the whole thing on Sunday evening, and then posted it that night. And Yeah. Yeah, I just kind of figured that would be it, and I was just, yeah, still pretty shocked that I actually won first place. Um, Cause like I looked at the other video submissions. There's some really great submissions. Um, Sounds Good XO did this really hilarious parody of the mothering video. Only she was using her hand character. Um, so that was, that's, and then Growling Whispers. He did the voiceover on the Miss Meridian Star video, and where he was like, just he was the pizza guy, being drawn into Miss Meridian Star's lair, and the whole thing. That just you gotta watch these submissions. They're just really hilarious. Um, and then the guy who did the second place winner, he did the instead of the mothering video, he did a fathering video. Uh, yeah, all the other videos. I totally expected, one of those to win first place, but yeah, it just goes to show you just gotta, sometimes you never expect what's gonna happen, and honestly, I didn't even know um, where my channel's gonna go from here, because I'm getting people asking me to do more videos, and at this point I have no idea what kind of roleplay video I would do next. Because whenever I get creative inspiration, it's totally random. um, an idea will just pop into my head at the most random time, unexpectedly, and then and I just run with it, and I just come up with something. But um, yeah, I honestly can't guarantee you when the next time that's going to happen. But well, the other thing that surprised me though was you know people actually commented on my other videos, in where I wasn't even trying to make ASMR videos. It was just basically me rambling, and people apparently got tingles from hearing me rambling in a whispering or soft talking voice. Or that one where I played with the bubble wrap envelopes at the beginning, or the coffee cups. Um, you know, I honestly don't, really don't know what triggers people, because I don't get, you know, tingles, or most triggers that I see in the most popular ASMR videos do nothing for me. So I basically have to, go by, look at what other people are saying triggers them. Um, whether it's tapping on something, or crinkling something, or ruffling papers. It's totally a guessing game for me, and so I can do all this stuff and then hope it triggers some people. But in the meantime, just like I said, most of my current subscribers are new this week. So, just basically me saying hi, and oh my gosh, I had been rambling like this for half an hour. So, And I think I even said this at the end of one of my other videos that you know, most people are probably have probably fallen asleep by now, whether it's because of ASMR or because you got bored hearing me ramble. You're probably asleep by now. um, but anyway, um, uh, things will probably be back to normal by next week, and um, I'll probably give an update then on where I am as far as figuring out what things trigger me and what exactly those triggers do to me. You know, as far as what sensations I get, whether it really counts as ASMR or if it's just some other relaxing sensation. Uh, it's basically just me figuring out what my relation is to ASMR itself. All I know is, just the fact that, um, you know, I've discovered this community, and, just me, really enjoying um, interacting with the ASM artists and the other members of this community, and being recognized now, having won this ASMR Nova Stars contest, and obviously something has drawn me into this whole phenomenon, and you know I don't know, no matter what comes out of this, it's definitely a worthwhile experience, you know. So, I just want to say thank you to Kara and all my new subscribers and everyone who's been leaving all these all these wonderful comments on my videos. And so I guess that's pretty much all I have to say. So yeah, until next time, good night.